This problem is maximum subarray. Given an integer array nums, find the contiguous subarray containing at least one number which has the largest sum and it return its sum. A subarray is contiguous part of an array. Okay. Input nums is -1, 2, -3, 4, -1, 2, 1, -5, 4. The output is 6. Explanation: 4, -1, 2, 1 is the largest sum, equals 6. So what it means is you're basically trying to find a sublist within the array that are sublists within the array which is the highest sum. In this case, it's 4 plus -1 plus 2 plus 1 equals to 6. It's not like -1 plus 1 or -3 plus 4. This won't give you the highest sum, right? Now basically you're just adding all of the sublists of the array and then trying to find the maximum sum of it. So there's a couple of ways to solve this. One is obviously using the brute force solution where you have 2 for loops and then you just have one pointer running from the index I and the index j is just moving forward. So and then eventually you compute the maximum sum. But there's a better approach that you can do it in linear time using Kadane's algorithm. This is a little bit tricky, but you'll notice that in order for you to find the maximum array of the maximum sum of the array within a sublist is basically you need to find all those numbers that are all positive. Yeah, if all of those numbers within that sublist are positive, that's the highest sum. But in this case, because you have negative number, which is quite tricky. So the trick here is if you got the sum that is less than 0, what you could do is just basically reset the pointer I and j in the same position. Yeah, I could give you an example for this. For example, you have 1, 2, then we got a -4, then 3. Right, you can see here. You can see here if you add 1 and 2, you got 3. So that's supposed to be your maximum now. But your next number is -4. -4 plus 3 will give you -1. And the -1 is less than 0, right? -1 is less than 0. So you could continue adding -1 to 3, but that will give you 2, which is the wrong answer because the answer for this is supposed to be 3, right? So basically, if you see a -1 in the sum, you could just reset the pointer I and j to that position so that you start off from -1 or basically this index forward. So this will give you 3 instead of 2. Yeah. So this is using Kadane's algorithm where it's like a dynamic programming where you basically store all the result of the previous one, and then if you found a number that is less than 0, you reset that to that position I and j, and then every time you do move the pointer, you calculate the max and return the max result. Yeah. So for this problem, we're probably gonna go ahead first with using 2-pointer, basically the brute force approach, and that will give us n² runtime. So we could do it something like this for the brute force. So I is less than len number plus for j is equal to I. By the way, single index is considered as a sum, so you could do it like this: len nums j plus plus. Then you have a sum which is sums int or max is int. Now we have to reset the sum here, so 0. Then what we can do is sum you just plus the value, each of the value of the index nums j Then you calculate the maximum, right? Okay, if max is less than sum, you assign max to sum, right? They return max here. Okay, but you need to make your this one to the value of math minimum. Basically start with the smallest minimum integer. Yeah, so yeah, this solution won't be accepted because we're basically it's looking for ON solution. Yeah, and then this one will like it's an n square, so that one will take us like it won't really finish out. So how do you make this linear? So the way you make this linear is using Kadane's algorithm, which is the one that I mentioned here before, right? Which is here. You basically keep on adding, and if you see a negative number, you reset that ing to that same position. You can still keep well, you don't really need ing here because you basically you just need a sum, right? You basically just need a sum, and your sum is just sum plus your nums. Yeah, so basically sum is just sum plus equal nums, right? And if the sum is less than 0, you basically reset your sum to 0. Then you calculate your max int here, which is this. What if everything is a negative number? If everything is a negative number, I think you should do it before that one. Let's try it out. See if this works. Try it out for a bigger problem. Yeah, there you go. You got finish. So this is the ON solution using Kadane's algorithm. Like once you get when the sum is less than 0, you just reset the sum to 0, and then move that. It's essentially resetting the pointer back because it's something to do with the addition number. Like the highest sum is obviously when everything is positive, but when the sum is like less negative, you don't really have to start from that position again. You basically have to start after that position. Yeah. So yeah, that's how you actually solve this problem. Yeah, it can be a little bit complicated for the beginners, but I hope you got the idea behind it. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you again on the next episode.